thank you for coming to my channel. Today we are going to be drawing the Disney character Dumbo. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw this circle, and you can freehand it, and it's going to be basically the head of Dumbo, and we're just going to start by adding some lines. Here's some guidelines. These lines right here are going to be for the ears. They're going to nicely come out and over, and you're just going to draw them halfway for now. And then we're going to draw this outline, kind of a starter for the hat. So there are a few bumps, a bit of a rectangle, and it just goes out to show the pointy part of the hat. And then we're drawing these lines as, again, guidelines for the facial structure. So most of these lines that we're drawing here, you want to draw quite faintly because we're just going to erase them later on. But for now, they're kind of markers for how we want the shape of the character to be. So here, just drawing the legs, the front feet. You want them to be the same size as each other, the same height. It's very important. Now the next thing we're going to do here is we're just going to complete the shape of the ears. So it's going to kind of go in and out and then come near the feet. And you want to try to make them the same size, the same shape on both sides, which is a daunting task because you can get it right on one side and then it just doesn't come out the same. So try to, trial and error, try to get it to the closest possible shape so that the two sides are similar to each other. Try to remember what movements you did on the first side so that way you can copy them on the other. And then we're going to kind of complete the drawing of the hat over here. Work on it a little bit more. Kind of draw the bottom details of the hat for where it's resting on Dumbo's head. And then we want to work on the trunk. So the top line that you drew originally, so there's the two lines, the longer line, the shorter line. You're going to start beside the longer line, and you're going to kind of go down and create these lines that are going to be an outline for Dumbo's trunk. Now we want Dumbo's trunk to kind of fold inward, so we need to create that kind of optical illusion. And then here we're kind of creating the scruffiness pattern, kind of like you're drawing fur, but it's actually going to be like the fabric that's around Dumbo's neck. And then we're just completing the outline of the two front feet. Now we're drawing the eyes, and we want them to be in between the lines and as far away as possible from each other. Alright, so on the edge of the two lines. And we're going to draw these facial features, these kind of details. Then we're going to complete the design of the ear here, kind of creating this pattern. We're going to continue. We're going to connect the ear to the back feet. So we're drawing Dumbo as if he's sitting down. So his back feet, his back legs are obviously right there beside his front ones. And we want to kind of continue this design of the fabric. So for now, we're just kind of roughly sketching it. And then connecting it to his face. And then we're just completing the drawing of the hat, adding some details. kind of the folding inwards of the hat. And then the eyes. The eyes are often the most important part of a character. You want to get their personality in their eyes. And here is where the fabric actually starts to look like the fabric. So we're kind of creating more defined lines here, more defined shapes. So that way it's all nicely coming together. Again, showing the folding of the fabric, these dotted lines. Then, right at the feet, we're going to draw his nails. So just little kind of small rectangles or squares at the bottom edges. Now we're going to come in here with a more facial details. Draw some lines. We're going to draw the pupils of Dumbo. Again, adding that character. Kind of drawing those, again, those nails on the back feet this time. Then drawing kind of Dumbo's back, because again, he's sitting down. So we got to connect his body to his feet. Now that we're finished, we want to start erasing those lines that again we were using as guidelines. So obviously Dumbo doesn't actually have all these lines, we just drew them so that we were aware of our spacing, of where to place certain facial features. But now that we're finished the drawing, we can start to erase them and then kind of redraw the important parts that we might have erased by accident. Just kind of revising and editing of the drawing, keeping things that you need, keeping the things that are important. Again, these lines, we don't want them to really be there. Just going to add the details. Now here, just going to work on the design of the trunk a little bit, kind of reshaping it. How do we want it to fold? Alright, so just kind of playing around with the lines and how it makes the overall character look.